Ugh. Stabbings are the worst, eh, Detective?
Stabbing?
Yeah, the stabbing victim right there. This was a stabbing, you have to agree with that.
Do I?
Detective, if you have reason to believe this is more complicated than a mugging and stabbing, please share.
Oh, there was a mugging here, all right, but no stabbing occurred here today.
So you agree there was a robbery, but no murder. What's the deal with his body, then?
Robbery? Murder? Captain, please.
All right, Sherlock, what happened here?
It was a mugging, but not in the traditional sense. You see, the victim was walking home when all this humidity got to him. It was muggy. He tripped after being mugged by hot, humid air and fell on a knife. Case closed.
Please tell me you're joking.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
All right, Detective, who's there?
Case.
Case who?
Case closed.
Any clues yet, Detective? Fingerprints? Blood? Murder weapon?
Sorry, Captain. None of those. Although,
What?
I did find this glove next to the body. It leads me to believe the killer only has one finger.
That is a condom, Detective.
Is it, Captain?
Well, that seems pretty clear-cut to me.
I'm not so sure.
She's got a bottle of pills in her hand. She left a suicide note. It's an OD. End of story.
I don't think so.
This has got to be the most cut-and-dried case I've seen in my entire career. What exactly is it that you don't know, Detective?
She's wearing an apron.
She what? What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Captain, please. Allow me to explain.
I'm all ears.
The victim came home and decided she was hungry, so she baked a loaf of bread. The neighbor smelled the bread through that window, and he was so intoxicated by the smell, so aroused by the aroma, that he had to have some of that tasty fresh-baked bread. This neighbor, drunk with bread rage, stormed into the house, knocked Mrs. Jones out of the way, and sawed off a delicious, savory slice. He then proceeded to attack the missus again, holding her down, force-feeding her night-night pills to cover his tracks, like a cowardly little bitch. He slipped out the door just before we slipped in.
But before he left, he wrote a suicide note in her handwriting.
Now you're getting it. Boop. All in a day's work, Captain. All in a day's work. Cut. Fed her night-night pills to cover his tracks. And then he slipped out this door before we slipped in there. On the floor.
This is fucking great.
Is it, Captain? The neighbor smelled the bread, and he was so intoxicated with the smell, so aroused by the aroma, that he knew he had to have some of that fresh fuck.
Okay, look at the camera.
Lost in your eyes. And he was so intoxicated by the smell, so aroused by the aroma, that he knew he had to have some of that freshy. Freshy is not a word! Now you're getting it.
My God.
She's wearing an apron.
What the hell does that have to do?
Oh, wipe your spit off my face and I'll tell you about it.